Right, Shalom, Inshallah. We'll start as always by giving all praise to Yahweh Shem Shai, the most apostle of GMS and honesty, brothers are doing the work in truth while sincerity. I just want to do another quick one. I came across these scriptures um, in my old sword, and I just wanted to bring them out real quick. This is Isaiah 61:1. It says, "The Spirit of the Lord is upon me," right? Because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek. Right, and that's a reason why you have to be humble. You know, when you're pushing this, doing this work and doing pushing this truth, because ultimately it's the Most High who chose you. The scriptures say, "I have chosen you; you have not chosen me." Right. Preach good tidings unto the meek. Because what does it say also in when we go to Isaiah 28:9? It says, "Whom shall he teach knowledge, and whom shall he make to understand doctrine? Them that are weaned from milk and drawn from breasts." Right, because when you first come into this truth, you wanna tell, everyone, Tom, Dick, and Harry, because that's what the truth does to you. You just wanna, you've got the light, and you wanna make it shine up to everyone. One thing you learn. Also, scriptures also say, "Cast not your pearls on swine," because ultimately, not everyone's meant to get this thing of ours. Here it specifically says, "Unto the meek." A lot of our people are proud. A lot of our people, it's all about image. They be buying, 100, £200 shoes and shit just to look good in pictures, right? So it says, "The Spirit of the Lord Lord powers upon me, because the Lord hath anointed me to preach good tidings unto the meek." Right, so you always have to give thanks and praise when you pray that the Most High chose you to teach this word, right? And you just have to pray that the Most High keeps using you to teach this word, and that you're not a castaway, as Paul spoke of. He says, "He hath sent me to bind up the brokenhearted, to proclaim liberty to the captives, and the openings of the prisons to them that are bound, to proclaim an acceptable year of Yahweh, and the day of vengeance of our power." Now, to me, this kind of goes hand in hand with Jeremiah 28:8. Basically says what we do. People always come up to camera and says, "What are you doing?" Right, and one of the things we're doing is we're proclaiming the day of vengeance of the Most High, right? Because what's coming to this kingdom is immense. Scriptures in Daniel, Joel, rather, says, "A day like never seen before on earth, and a day that will never ever be seen." Now, because there's great death and destruction coming, right? Bloody, dark times, right? To comfort all that mourn. And that's what we do also when we're out there. Because who's mourning? Who's in mourning? Israel's in mourning, man. And we're such in deep mourning that we don't even realize we're in such a low place. We're the kings of the earth, yet we're begging our slave master for some work. And we find no problem with this. We find no problem that, homosexuals are allowed to walk around free, allowed to teach your kids, and all of that stuff. Israel's broken down, but that's one of the things that we're out there to do. We're out there to comfort. The scriptures bring you comfort. Knowing that all this hell that we're catching is but for a moment, that brings you comfort. It says, "To appoint unto them that mourn in Zion, to give unto them beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness, that they might be called trees of righteousness, the planting of the Lord," right, "that he may be glorified." And that goes on, referring to Israelites as people as trees, which goes into like Genesis 3, where it's talking about, the word that can be used to break down Genesis 3, where it's talking about trees, and it's really talking about people. Because ultimately, that end bit, that he might be glorified. Really and truly, this whole game, this whole storyline that we're playing out is all so that the name of the Lord may be glorified. It's all His program, right? For instance, you got the story of Rahab the harlot. I believe it was when she was like, "Yo, we've heard what your Lord did. We've heard how He dried up how He basically let the children of Israel pass through the Red Sea." Literally, the elders broke it down as being the really and truly the Gulf of Suez. Is it Gulf of Suez? Gulf. But basically, I'll just say Red Sea for now. 'Cause I forgot exactly what it was. Um, but so that's just been Isaiah 61 and 1 to 3. So with that, I hope you've been edified. And until the next one, I'm gonna say shalom.